Hello everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. Asterisk, after that night, a strange feeling arose within me. Every time I looked into the mirror, even the small mirrors in the bathroom, I saw distorted images flashing and disappearing. It seemed that since I used my blood to seal it, I had been bound by the curse. The old man next door said that I had become the keeper of the key. It sounded vague, but the truth was that darkness was clinging to me every day. I decided to investigate the past of the house. In a room filled with old papers, I found a wooden box. Inside were records of exorcism rituals from hundreds of years ago. The blurred text stated that this house once belonged to a wealthy family in the 19th century. They owned an ancient mirror brought back from Europe. It was rumored that the mirror was created from the ashes of a dark ritual, capable of trapping souls. But then that family gradually died. Each death was mysterious. And since then, this house has been associated with countless terrifying animated horror stories. The more I read, the more I shivered. The man in black I saw was not an ordinary soul. He was mentioned in the records as the keeper. He was the entity that controlled the soul prison in the mirror. And now, he knew of my existence, even calling my name. At night, I heard noises. Again, not only from the large mirror in the hallway, but also from the small mirrors in the house. There was a rattling sound. I tried to cover them all with a cloth, but they still shook, distorting the reflection of people. The whispering did not stop. The sentences were broken. "We are waiting. The keyholder, open the door for us." I could not sleep, wandering around the house in extreme tension. In the kitchen, I saw a shadow pass by the glass cabinet door. I turned around in surprise. There was no one. But when I looked back at the mirror, the reflection was no longer me, but a pale face, deep-set eyes, staring. I smashed the cabinet. The glass shards flew everywhere, but the childish laughter still rang right in my ears. The next morning, I went to the town library, hoping to find more information. An old librarian turned pale when she heard me mention the house. She said that, since she was a child, she had heard the story of the keeper, the man in black in the mirror. According to legend, he was a treacherous magician who used a sacrificial ritual to become immortal. But the wrong ritual caused him to be trapped in the mirror forever. He hated everyone, always trying to pull more souls to expand his power. I left the library with an old book secretly given to me by the librarian. It said, "The keeper of the key must choose. Either seal it forever with his own sacrifice, or become the gate for him to step out." The words were like a knife stabbing straight into my mind. I, myself, will have to choose which path. That night, the old neighbor returned. His face was haggard. His eyes were deeply tired. He said, "James, I am old. I don't have much time left. You are the one he is aiming for. If you don't stop, he will escape." I asked the only way to stop it. He was silent for a long time and then replied, "To destroy the mirror. But no one has ever done it. Anyone who has tried has paid with their life." I sat silently, feeling a heavy weight on my shoulders. But I knew clearly, if I didn't try, everything would be swallowed up. This curse would spread beyond the rotten walls of the house. On Friday night, I decided to face it. I prepared a large iron hammer, lit candles all over the room so there would be no dark corners. The mirror stood tall and silent, but I felt hundreds of eyes watching from within. I raised the hammer, shouted loudly, and hit it hard. But instead of shattering, the mirror only shook, emitting a dull sound. The image inside changed. The keeper stood upright, his smile wide, his voice echoing, "You cannot destroy where I belong. You can only choose." The room became dark, the candle extinguished. I was drawn towards the mirror, my body losing its weight. In an instant, I fell into a pitch-black void. Around me were lost souls, their faces distorted and crying, their hands trying to touch me as if to pull me down. I screamed, trying to struggle, but the cold hand still held tight. Then I saw the keeper standing in front, his eyes piercing, his deep voice echoing. "You are the one who holds the key. You must choose. Stay here instead of me, or open the gate for me to step out." I was stunned, my throat choked, my heart pounding. I understood that my choice would decide the fate of all. Just as I was about to speak, another hand pulled me back. I woke up, lying flat on the living room floor, the mirror standing there, silent as if nothing had happened. The old man next door sat next to me, his face blank. He whispered, "You've reached the threshold, but next time, he won't let you off so easily." I looked into the mirror, the dim light still flickering in it, like a giant eye watching. I knew my time was running out. Asterisk, the story is not over yet. Because in the next episode, I will be faced with a terrible choice: sacrifice myself to seal him forever, or become the gate that opens for him to escape from prison.